What is up, you guys? I'm Farah, and today we're reacting to episode 8 of season 2 of Oregairu. Now, last episode, we were really starting to get very close to the Christmas festival, literally a week away, and nothing pretty much was set on. They're still negotiating ideas, and they never want to close anything off, of course. And pretty much Yuki just kicked out Hachi from the club, which is like, honestly, I'm stressed about how we're going to move forward here, to be honest. I feel like we're going to reach like a peak of him, like kind of being like, I'm not alone. Kind of type beat. But anyways, if you guys like to see my uncut reactions, make sure to check them down below in the description. Help support me in the channel. And without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, he's probably not coping well. Habibi. Senpai? Girl, you should go there. Seriously, help us. That's a bougie ass car. On to... These are a lot of extracurricular activities, teacher. This is a lot, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I understand that the teacher isn't creepy at all for any matter, but like, if my if I had like a child and like their teacher just like picks them up and goes on a little trip, I think that's a little weird. Where are we going, queen? Where are we going? That was an abrupt stop. Aww. What a cute viewpoint. A coffee this late at night? Goddamn. Okay. And she's trying to tell him pretty much like, I'm not naturally cool, I'm trying. Yes, open up. Is it? Don't you dare put yourself in that position. Correct. I agree. Yes! You're always wrong. Yeah, she wasn't even asking about the Ishiki situation. An inability to understand yourself and your emotions. I mean, you can feel your feelings. See, as a very highly emotional person, as I'm sure you've all noticed by now, I don't really understand people or how to... Okay, no, this is not good. I struggle to understand how to communicate with people who don't understand emotions and instead need it laid out logically, because I struggle very much to put my emotions aside. And I feel very deeply, as I'm sure you've all noticed. So it's hard for me to see things in a very numerical, logical way at times. I don't know. So it's hard for me to see how Hachi sees things when I'm watching this show at times. It can be difficult for me to see how he sees it, but I can understand how he feels. So I can never really fully understand what's happening. Maybe other people who see things more like numerically and logically can understand his mentality more, I think. My God, can we be a little bit more direct? Can we be less vague? Facts. Please stop. Here we are, back to this topic. Oh, Hachi. Not him rizzing up his teacher right now, please. Wait, what? When you think don't pinpoint the wrong thing to think about. Just think about the right thing. Is that what you're saying? What? What, that she likes him? I'm so confused. Can we be a little direct? I think she's trying to say that Yukinoshita had the same idea of distancing herself to not hurt others, but they don't realize that they could work as a team, you stupid bitches. You stupid bitches! Sorry. Hypothetically, of course. Yes, because you care about them. You're important to them too. You hurt people, but what matters is how you go about it after. Correct. You have to accept that. You have to be vulnerable to that idea. Open to that idea. She's essentially telling him that, like, hurting them is inevitable. Just face your fears and address it appropriately. Stop thinking about how you're hurting them or what you should do to avoid hurting them, because you're hurting them by avoiding it. Because as a result, you're kind of distancing yourself and saying you'll do things on your own. But that's hurting them also. So in reality, just work together. Kind of be, I think is what I'm understanding. I'm not sure. Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't think that's arrogant at all. But he's the closest right now. Okay, that's a wild statement to make right now. Sorry. Yeah. It's only a moment in time, really. Because he's just a kind guy. Can we stop saying get inside? That's a crazy statement. Stop it. I'm uncomfortable. Just think about it. I think you should go to the club tomorrow. That's such an interesting way to say feel your feelings instead of avoiding them. Such a nitpicker. Ah, the moonlight is hitting you. Eureka. Damn, he's thinking about it hardcore. Correct. Yes. No. Yeah, you did use it as a front. But in reality, you just needed a fake reason. Because you wanted the club to stay, you dummy. You wanted the club to keep going. You idiot. You wanted them to stay. With you. But in reality, if they both ran for if they ran together, you guys could have all been student council. Go to the club. Is he gonna come asking for like a request? I'm asking for help. Instead of sitting on the side where he would be. Oh, he's like facing them now. What an interesting way to say I need help. He's asking for their help. He's asking for help. And the way that you helped didn't help her. He's reaching out for the first time. Does she not want him to take all of the blame for himself? Correct. But you all allowed it too. Yuki. Yeah, I agree. Okay, but Yuki, like, constantly, like, relaying it back to somebody. You, both of you are just saying, you did this. Why can't you both just be like, I did this? Like, I feel like Yui said that. I feel like Hachi said that. I'm confused about what Yuki is trying to make happen right now. I'm not understanding what's going on. I don't think she's trying to make something happen logically. I think just like Sensei said, I think she's actually just acting on emotion right now of just like hurt. I think. I don't know. Huh? Maybe she's upset that Hachi's taking all the blame by himself as well, though. Sometimes people aren't ready to receive some things. Mm-hmm. Everyone will understand. That is true. But at least you can try. You kind of have to take the risk of saying something, though. You have to take the risk of opening yourself up to the vulnerability of somebody not being able to understand. And I think that's, once again, the vulnerability of being in a friendship. You hurt people by not understanding. But at the same time, you open yourself up for hurt by not being understood. But I think the biggest thing is that they want to try to understand. I think that's the big portion here. Is he crying? Hachi? Oh, Hachi. Wanting to understand everything with each other. Hachi, you can still try. It's the first time he's ever let them in like this. Hachi. I think she feels really bad that she's not understanding. So let's make her understand. Exactly. Go, run after. Go after her. She's being vulnerable. Go after her, please. Hachi, please. Oh! Hachi! Not now. Ishiki, not now. Not now. Not now, baby. Not now! Thank God. It's like the opening. There's like a rift. A rift. In her, like, closeted gate. Like the one that she shuts people out of. There's finally a rift. And they're there together. Not tackling it alone. Man. That's okay. That doesn't mean you don't want to. Not understanding. Mm-hmm. But you can try. Poor baby. The way she snapped from immediately crying to Hikigaku. To help. Please. Girl. You're so real. Dude, that episode was an emotional roller coaster a little bit because I feel like, again, with Oregairu, it is hard for me sometimes to understand what the actual hell the characters are talking about because simply they are just incredibly vague or very roundabout with the way that they're talking about things. But I feel like for the first time, thanks to Sensei, Hachi was like forced to come into reality with the real reason he didn't want Yui and Yuki to actually run for president, school president, and because he wants friendship, he wants their friendship, and he wants them to be together. And I feel like the whole like I want the real thing, that's a very confusing statement. I'm not really understanding 100% what that entails or what that means by him, but I feel like it means that he wants the real friendship. He wants, not under the pretense of, hey, I'm doing this because I'm in the club. I think he wants the real experience. And honestly, let me check the comments. There's gotta be like a I understand and don't understand shit. Okay, at least I'm not alone. Bro ripped up his t-shirt, please. I don't know. Hachiman had been acting on his own without caring about anyone else's feelings till now. He understands the situation and he finds a logical way, but he can't understand how others feel about his decision. He didn't have any friends till now, so he's trying to reflect on his mistakes and want to become a guy who can actually find solutions to problems that won't hurt anyone and solve problems. I do agree. Yeah, I think he wants to understand people's feelings and how people feel about the way he's been going about things. He just wants to understand because he doesn't understand what the fuck is going on when he does things. He doesn't understand why people are having this reaction. He doesn't get it, but he wants to understand. He wants to experience the real emotions. He wants to feel them. This is the first time we've actually seen Hachi go from stoic to actual emotive, like actual emotion, like, and I think it's really beautiful. And man, this show is mad confusing sometimes, holy shit. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.